Have you ever wondered how to tell if someone is trustworthy? Trust, a small word with a significant meaning. It's the foundational pillar of any relationship, personal or professional. It's the glue that binds us, the faith that comforts us, and the assurance that propels us towards deeper connections. But how do we measure trust? Is it as simple as a promise kept or a secret preserved? The reality is that trust is multifaceted, an intricate web of honesty, consistency, empathy, and accountability. It is not easily quantified, nor can it be instantly earned. It builds slowly, layer by layer, through words spoken and actions taken, and yet, it can be shattered in a heartbeat by a single act of betrayal. Trust is a delicate balance, a dance of belief and skepticism. While it can be challenging to discern someone's trustworthiness, there are several signs that may serve as red flags. Let's delve into them. Firstly, inconsistency can be a sign of untrustworthiness. It's like a jigsaw puzzle with pieces that don't fit. When someone's words and deeds don't match up, or when their narrative changes like a chameleon, it might indicate a lack of honesty or reliability. Imagine dealing with a person who tells you one thing, but their actions speak a different language. Or perhaps their story morphs with every telling, contradictory and inconsistent. This can be like trying to find your footing on shifting sands. It's not only confusing but also raises a red flag on their trustworthiness. Inconsistency, whether in words or actions, can be a subtle way of distorting the truth, of evading accountability. It's like a smokescreen, obscuring what's real and what's not. So if you notice someone frequently altering their narrative or showing incongruity in their words and actions, be cautious. It's a sign that they may not be as trustworthy as they appear. Another red flag is a consistent lack of accountability. Imagine a person who continually shirks responsibility for their actions, always finding someone or something else to blame. They create a smokescreen of excuses, expertly deflecting any suggestion that they might be at fault. This refusal to accept responsibility is a sign that they may not be trustworthy. Now let's shift gears and delve into the realm of unreliability. Picture someone who often makes promises but doesn't follow through. They miss deadlines, break commitments, and let others down. This inconsistency can leave you feeling like you're standing on shaky ground, unsure of whether to trust them or not. Accountability and reliability are two cornerstones of trust. Without them, trust crumbles. So, when someone consistently shows a lack of accountability or proves to be unreliable, it's wise to tread carefully. Remember, trust is built on responsibility and reliability. Another clear sign of untrustworthiness is dishonesty. Now this may seem obvious, but it's worth delving into. Dishonesty comes in many forms, not just outright lies. Sometimes it's in the form of fabricating stories, embellishing the truth, or conveniently leaving out important details. When someone is dishonest, it's like they're constructing a house of cards. Each lie or half-truth is a card in the structure. It may seem stable for a while, but eventually the truth will come out, and the whole thing will come tumbling down. And when that happens, trust, that precious, fragile thing, shatters along with it. Trust is built on honesty, on openness, on the willingness to be vulnerable and genuine. It's built on the understanding that the truth, no matter how uncomfortable, is always better than a lie. So, if someone shows any form of dishonesty, approach with caution. The absence of empathy or consideration can also indicate untrustworthiness. Now, what do we mean by this? Let's delve a bit deeper. Trustworthy individuals often have a strong sense of empathy, understanding, and consideration for others. They are able to put themselves in other people's shoes, to understand their perspectives and emotions. They show kindness and thoughtfulness without expecting anything in return. But when someone consistently shows a lack of these qualities, it can be a red flag. If they disregard others' feelings, or if they consistently prioritize their own interests without considering the impact on others, it might be a sign of a deeper issue. This lack of empathy or consideration can indicate a self-centered mindset, where their own needs and desires are placed above everyone else's. It's important to remember, however, that everyone has off days. But if this behavior is a consistent pattern, it might be a sign that they're untrustworthy. Lastly, a history of betraying trust is a strong indication of untrustworthiness. We've all heard the saying, once bitten, twice shy. It's a simple reminder that past behavior can be a reliable predictor of future actions. So when someone has a track record of breaking confidences or spreading confidential information, it's a glaring sign that they may not be trustworthy. Imagine sharing a secret with a friend, only to find out that they've blabbed it to others. Or consider a colleague who uses confidential information for personal gain. Such betrayals of trust can leave deep scars and foster mistrust. Remember, trust is delicate. It takes time to build, but it can be shattered in a moment. A repeated history of such betrayals points to a pattern, not an accident. It suggests a disregard for others' trust and a willingness to exploit it for personal benefit. Past behavior can often inform us about a person's trustworthiness. To sum up, trust is a complex concept that requires careful judgment. We've dissected various signs that may indicate untrustworthiness, starting with inconsistency. Frequent story changes or contradictions between words and actions often signal dishonesty or unreliability. We then delved into lack of accountability, a red flag often displayed by those who refuse to own up to their errors or consistently make excuses for their behaviors. This was closely followed by unreliability, a clear sign of untrustworthiness that often manifests as broken promises or missed deadlines. We also explored dishonesty, a blatant sign often characterized by lying, fabricating stories, or withholding crucial information. Lack of empathy or consideration was another key sign we examined, often demonstrated by individuals who disregard others' feelings or needs. Lastly, we discussed betrayal of trust, a powerful indicator often shown by people with a history of spreading confidential information or breaking confidences. Remember, these signs should not be used as definitive proof of someone's trustworthiness. Always consider multiple factors and exercise good judgment. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more insightful videos.